Alright, welcome back to Blue Exorcist Anime Review, episode 39. You think, wow, that came pretty quickly, because it did. It came like roughly 3 weeks after season 4 ended. And season 4 came out last year. Now, this arc, by the way, this is basically the start of the Blue Knight Saga. That's going to be the 5th season of the show, and I have heard this is going to be 12 episodes. This is going to be I'm going to review this one, the next one, which came out today. Yep, came out a few days ago. Dubwise. But with the episode 62nd episode series, Shiro and Yuri. So, yeah, this one picks up right where the very previous saga, Beyond the Soul Saga, leaves off. This is the very next story. And this was the previous arc of the manga. Not the current arc. That's of one cloth. This is the arc that came just before that. And I am actually quite surprised that this anime got this arc pretty quickly. Like, and can you believe this? Just a year ago, they brought back this anime. Just 1 year ago. They aired 12 episodes for a third season. And then later on last year, we had season 4, which I already knew about that one. And then all of a sudden I hear, oh, there's season 5 coming. Like, what? Season 5? We just wrapped up season 4. It's like, wow, we're getting to this quickly? Like, damn. Like, I am shocked the fact, basically, they actually did this. When they got to this quickly, like, I first heard about this season 2 months, like, 2, 3, like, back in November, I think it was. I'm like, really? 5? Like, wow, 5. And we're adapting the Blue Knight Saga, which is 21 chapters. By the way, this episode adapts chapter 100 and the first 16 pages of chapter 101. So here's what happens in this episode. So, Ren goes back in time, presumably about 40 years. And then he sees, well, he gets there with Mephisto. Yes, he gets there with Mephisto. And he sees Shiro Fukujima. Yes, the same man who later would adopt him years later. Yeah, but this is a much younger version of him. So, they see him briefly, and then eventually they cut to a warehouse where we see Yuri Yeager. Who is this girl? Ren's mom. Well, this is a kid version anyways. And no, she does not have a kid when she's a baby. That's happened when she's much older. So she's here with a few people who basically took her in after finding her as a baby in a junkyard. Yes, these people are Ikatio, this older lady who actually, well, lived with them. There's also Oba, who actually used to be an exorcist who lost an eye. And Ukamara. Yeah, he apparently was an exorcist too, and it was just in the story. Oh, maybe he'd go back and he'd maybe get a job. And of course, maybe Yuri go to school. At one point, she's playing with, well, this thing called Rita. Of course, they don't know what the heck it is. Mephisto reveals, who's basically taking the form of a dog here. He mentions actually it's a form of Satan's, which before his ego basically comes into play. And then they jump ahead a little bit after this little conversation with by a fire. Eventually, Mephisto disappears. Yeah, in the story, I don't remember exactly what happened to him. He just disappears for some reason. We do see him at the end of the episode. Maybe I'm thinking, how did he get back in time? Well, simply, he's the Lord of Time. So he was able to be in the past and probably give his own self basically advice. So they follow Yuri, and apparently, so she's playing with the little rinse thing. And of course, then we jump ahead a little bit with the warehouse they're staying is on fire, and they act very stupidly about it. Where they blame some homeless person that's on fire, and then she's begging for food, and they're like, "Nope, you have no money. Go away, kid." So then she summons upon basically this middle thing, because she comes across footprints. And she goes, oh, it's like a place full of posters. And then the person who actually lives there comes back, and it's actually Shiro. And of course, basically, like, how the heck did you find where I live? How'd you sneak in? Dude, you have no lock on your place. And they stay here for a bit. Well, of course, basically, she ate his food because this is a hiding place for him. And then they're found by the true crossover, like, oh, this must be good. Not really. So, basically, they're here to take her to the asylum, which is apparently a school, which, of course, Rin basically sees the asylum, and it's the cram school. And he theorized, oh, maybe the asylum used to be the cram school. Kind of was. He's told he can't exactly interact, but just be an observer. He can't exactly really it doesn't affect the timeline per se. Just advise, please don't touch anything per se. Don't do anything particularly you shouldn't do. He's like, and the way he says it, and Mephisto's like, yeah, that actually summarizes it. And of course, Yuri finds out who she is. Well, the fact that apparently she used to own a corporation, which apparently went bankrupt. The company dissolved, and the company went under. As for why they went bankrupt, they don't say. It's just that, and then eventually she's learned how to be an exorcist, and of course, then she gave a room. We're also introduced to a couple more characters here. Yukio was seeing a flashback in this flashback here, but he doesn't really do anything per se. We're also introduced to Jenny Kai, who is basically like Yuri's roommate. She was in flashback in the Kikito when he was basically here, when he was younger. And Richard Lincoln, who's a kid here too. Yeah. And, well, she's very happy to study demons. Everyone else is not exactly very happy, but here, they're basically, well, very happy to study some demons. Yep. But yeah, not much else to say about this episode. It's really good. We have one more to go, and then we're caught up. Yep. So, next up is a comic corner, and then eventually it's on to next episode, Blue Exorcist. And then another comic corner, then Dragon Daima, and at that point we caught up. And after that, basically, I'll finally get a chance to start watching my brand new anime, which I'll watch that. Probably have to watch Dragon Daima at this point. Yep, so yeah. So, that's it for the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and join the like button. Next up, comic corner. Bye.